Callies Trials. This is Game Soup. My name's Ed.
My name's Joe.
Let's talk about this game, shall we?
Okay.
Hey, Callie, it's me, Lloyd. Do you like my song? I have bad news. You know, this seems kind of familiar.
It does.
It's almost
because
like... Yeah.
this game is a prequel to Callies Caves 3, which we played recently on GS. You can check out our Let's Play series.
Please do.
Callies Caves 3. Please check it out.
Please
it was a
watch
fun game.
it.
It was a really fun game to play, and it was one of our better LPs on the channel, so I recommend it highly.
So what's the deal with this game?
I also recommend Callies Caves 3 highly. I recommend the game. And we should also mention that this game was provided to us by the developer, VDO Games.
Thanks a lot.
And as well as Callies Caves 3.
We have lots of interesting things to talk about right now.
We do have a lot of interesting things to talk about in the game, but before we do, we should talk about the giveaway.
Yeah.
We're giving away not 1, not 2, not 5, but 4 copies.
Not 5, but 4. Sorry.
4 copies of Callies Trials for the PC Steam.
Wow, Joe. That's great. What a bargain.
How can you win a copy of Callies Trials on GS?
Tell me.
All you have to do is, in the comments below, just tell us what your favorite game console is. You can tell us why, but you don't have to. Just name a gaming console that you like.
And PC counts, we decided, right?
Yeah, PC counts, but it doesn't count emulators. It counts
Right.
games that are actually for PC, like for Steam or MS-DOS or Windows, you know?
MS-DOS. Well, Paper Airplane has my win for MS-DOS. PC is my favorite.
So that's how you can win. We're giving away 4, so you have a very good chance of winning. So
Yeah, really. Get in on
definitely do that. If you want a copy of the game.
Yeah. So this was originally Callies Caves 2, which was originally on mobile devices.
Right.
And with the release of this game on PC, it became Callies Trials, which is different in basically what I've seen. Really, I mean, I think just the one significant way. I'm sure there's other changes as well. Heads up damage display. Okay, so already you can tell that it's very similar to Callies Caves 3. The display is the same, the general principles are the same. You level up weapons by shooting them, by using them a lot. But it has a certain roguelike element to it. And I don't know, you want to explain this, Joe? Sorry, I don't want to take over the whole show.
I think you're going to do a better job at explaining
All right.
it.
Okay, so remember in Callies Caves 3, when you get to a new area, there's a checkpoint. You can save your progress. I mean, almost every game ever has a similar system, you know, where you can save your progress, and then when you come back the next day, you don't have to start over. Well, the roguelike element in this game, which has been newly added for this release, is that you always start at the very beginning of the game, unless you purchase shortcuts. So think of Spelunky, you know, where after you beat the first world, you can buy a shortcut that immediately takes you to the second world. And you do this by collecting coins, which you can see up there. We have about 1,100 coins. It's not going to be enough to purchase our first shortcut, which I think is 10,000. And so the roguelike element comes in here as if you die, you will always start at the beginning of the game, unless you've purchased a shortcut. So, I don't know, you can imagine getting to the second world and then dying and having to start over because you didn't purchase the shortcut.
Right.
So that can be kind of a detriment. There is some strategy there, I think. Which, yeah, it's just very strange, though. I've never encountered a game that had a roguelike that was, first of all, touted as a roguelike, and also had that kind of roguelike element, because if it was just like Callies Caves 3, the way that game's save system worked, like, I would have been fine with that, too.
Yeah, that's probably how Callies Caves 2 was. It was probably a similar save system to Callies Caves 3, so this is added a little bit more of an element of danger to it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best way to put it. So it's not procedurally generated. It's the only the roguelike element is the permanent death, basically, unless you purchase the shortcuts.
Yeah, that was a huge misconception for me. At first I thought the game was randomly generated, but the levels are always the same.
Right. Yeah, it's not procedurally generated. It's manually generated,
handcrafted.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that word, handcrafted.
I'm not a big fan of that word either, but
handcrafted beers and brews. Yeah.
Yeah. So
they're static, I guess. Levels are static. They're always the same. The entire game is the same, right? But the thing that changes is, well, what changes?
Nothing really changes. It's just that it has permanent death.
It's just, yeah. Okay, so that's the difference, is that there's permadeath.
You get to keep your money, though, as far as we know. I think you do,
After
right?
you die? We'll have to test that, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably get killed at some point.
It only works once per run. Yeah, so now it's considered a run instead of, you know, like a long game. Where Callies Caves took us a couple episodes to beat, this would just be a single run. But can you save your progress? Like if you have to take a break or something? I assume no. But we'll have to see. This is
I think it's probably a long game. Maybe not as long as Cali Escapes 3. That was pretty long for a game of this type. But
well, that was 300 levels. This is, what did it say, 112 levels or something?
I think so, yeah.
If it's only going to take a third of the time that it took us to beat Cali Escapes 3, then you could probably finish it in like an hour or two, right? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just kind of pulling that number out of my ass. Oh. So we'll have to see. Damage increased. Bigger bullets. Looks cooler.
Fuck yeah, I love that. I love that part of the upgrades system.
Nice. So, I mean, I applaud them for having a different take on this formula. Because if it was the same save system and all as Cali Escapes 3, then there would be very little to distinguish them, except graphically.
They
I died.
Wow.
Game over.
So yeah, you just lose some coins.
You lose what? Is it a 10% of your coins?
I think so. Yeah. We'll see how many coins that you have left. Yeah, you lose 10%.
Yeah,
Which is the same as Cali Escapes 3.
Yeah. So really, I mean, dying, other than just sending you back to the beginning, you don't lose that many coins. So now we can come back here and buy a shortcut, I guess. So actually, dying might have a benefit. So let's see here. We can buy, not that. Here we go. Shortcut Zone 2 is 10,000 coins. But there's also these coin multipliers, just like in Cali Escapes 3.
Can we afford one?
We cannot. Sorry.
Shit.
I shouldn't have died. But you can see up there, those doors were all the shortcut doors. And now we're back at the very beginning of the game. So, I don't know. I mean, I kind of felt that Cali Escapes 3 was a pretty easy, straightforward game, you know? I mean, there were a couple of challenging encounters, I guess. But nothing about it was overly hard.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wouldn't put it on like the baby level of difficulty, but it's on the fair level of difficulty. I think Cali Escapes 3 was pretty well designed as far as the difficulty of the game goes, and it also had the extra modes, which we didn't even finish on our LP of the game. That might be where some of the extra level count comes from. Don't quote me on that. I'm not really sure, but there's a lot of content in Cali Escapes 3.
And also something I just noticed is that guns retain their experience levels. And I think you do too. So when Cali levels up and your guns level up, that's permanent.
Yeah. So there's a lot of the elements in the game are permanent. Just the death means you have to start from the beginning of the game.
And that doesn't even seem like that big of a detriment, especially if
especially if you have the shortcuts too.
Yeah. And if each individual zone is pretty short, then it's not really a problem, you know. It's another chance to grind. Which, okay, I'm fine with that. One thing I was really shocked by was how different it looks from Cali Escapes 3. They must have they redrew everything for Cali Escapes 3. This looks like a very different game. And just the animations, the sprites and everything.
Yeah, I really like the graphics in Cali Escapes 3. Not that I don't like the graphics in this, but there's definitely an improvement as far as the artwork goes between the games.
I don't dislike them here at all, but just in hindsight, after having played that, I like that a lot. This is fine too. I kind of like the animation, actually.
Like the background here is nice. I wonder if this background looks familiar. I wonder if this background was also in Cali Escapes 3. I'm not sure. There's something very similar to it though. This looks good. I really like the background here. The rendering on the stalactites
and stalagmites.
Yeah, I guess there are both of those.
So one other thing that is worth mentioning here is, as far as this permadeath goes, if you fall into, the water at the bottom, like that kind of water, if you fall into that, you restart the level that you're on. So, I would just go back to the beginning of this map, and you have 1 heart.
Yeah, that doesn't... Yeah, you lose 1 heart, right?
No, you go down to 1 heart.
It sends you down to 1 heart. Oh, that's a big punishment.
But you don't actually automatically die, which is really nice. Because you can imagine if you're just falling in a bottomless pit in Mario, send you back to the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, that would be kind of frustrating.
With no retries or anything, that would make you crazy. So I'm okay with that. Oh god. But other than that change, as far as permadeath goes, it seems to be...
Yeah, the gameplay is very similar.
Yeah, it seems to be almost identical in gameplay.
Tight control, similar enemies,
yeah,
similar guns so far, but we've only gotten a couple of guns, so it's not
okay.
Oh, shit.
Didn't I do that the first time? Maybe.
Is that where we died the first time? Alright.
Yeah,
so we don't have any healing items here, right?
Right. And since I landed in spikes, which are considered an environmental hazard, I go down to 1 heart and I'm sent back to the beginning of this area. So basically,
those spikes were off screen though. That was hard to see, right?
Yeah, it was a little hard to see. I probably could have.
If those were like a tile higher, maybe, so that you could see them before you before you jump, look before you leap.
I also didn't intend to fall all that way down. That was kind of a mistake in the first place. But yeah,
so
maybe.
that's a minor critique, I guess, of the level design there. Still got these bomb-ass spiders.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the enemy designs seem pretty similar too. The bandits and such. All right.
And I noticed we're killing bears in this one, and there weren't any bears to kill in Cali's Caves 3, I believe, because Bira was a main character in that. And you don't want to be killing a bunch of bears when one of the main playable characters is also a bear. Alright, so here we are again with these spikes.
So I'm just going to stand back.
Yeah,
here.
that is kind of rough, though, because you see that bear as you're jumping, and if you're hesitant about your jump, which you probably are going to be if there's a bear charging at you, you do run a pretty huge risk of running into these spikes. So if those were pushed up a little bit so that you could see them before you jump,
like you can just
that would probably be more fun for the player.
You can just barely see them here.
Yeah, when you're a step down,
you
can barely see them. So yeah, there could be some adjustment of the tiles there, I guess.
Alright, so how are we doing here? Alright. So, and just like Cali's Caves 3, you can perma-stun everything with a sword.
Love it.
Love it. So if you're really into cheesing things, that's one way to do it. Okay, we have to avoid this.
Yeah. Oh man, I just got a little scared there.
You got a little scared?
Yeah.
For why?
These jumps.
Oh.
Because I know if you fall in the bottom there, you're gonna be.
Ugh.
Oh, you need to buy the. You need to buy the triple jump in this one.
Yeah.
You don't just start with it.
That jumping noise.
It might be a BFXer sound.
It could be.
We love BFXer, by the way. That's not a knock at all.
We're plugging it. Go to bfxer.org.
Yeah, bfxr dot something. Just type BFXR into Google. You'll see what we're talking about.
It's also a standalone too.
It's an awesome utility.
Yeah. Basically makes any old school video game noise you want. Short of writing your music for you, you know. I'll do that if you pay me. Oh, this is where we died the first time. Oh.
Why don't you just go over to the other ledge and shoot from across it?
Why don't you shut up? No, you're right. You're right.
I don't know why that was funny. The word "shut up" was for some. I channeled 6-year-old Joe and 6-year-old Joey and laughed at the word "shut up."
I almost died.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too friendly.
So I can only assume that the original release of this game didn't have like if you fell into the water or something, maybe you just I don't know what.
Maybe it was like Cali's Caves 3 where you just take a damage and you have to jump out of there quick.
So I'm curious about what inspired them to add these roguelike elements to the game. Is this going to be safe?
Yes. Yeah, there are coins leading. I think that's good design right there.
Yeah.
Coins leading the player down. Like, I guess that's a pretty common trope in a platformer, but you need the triple jump. Okay, he's just telling us about the triple jump. We saw that earlier. Another earlier example of a place we couldn't reach with it, the triple jump.
Soon will be a regular customer.
Adds a little bit of replayability to it.
How do we get back to the
hub?
This
guy looks
smoky. Look at him, he's smoking a cigarette. Oh,
hey, let me finish that previous thought having coins leading down is a good way of telling a player that it's safe to go that way. A really nasty trick to pull on players, and an example of bad game design would be having coins that lead off screen into a spike trap or something, which we haven't seen, thankfully, in any of the Cali's games, and I don't expect to.
Yeah, but if you're going to do that in your game, you suck.
Yeah, that's just mean design.
And you're a jerk.
It's going to make the player put the game down that much sooner. And the Cali's games, from what we've seen so far, have been difficult to put down. I remember with Cali Caves 3, we didn't want to stop recording for the episodes, or when it was like the end of the night when we had to stop recording.
Yeah, it's just such a, I don't know, it's an easy game to just cruise on through and, I don't know, just talk, what's the phrase? Just have a nice leisurely chat. This is the wrong way, I think. I think that's the way we came.
Yeah, this game is probably not quite as leisurely as Cali's Caves 3 because there's a little bit more danger.
Yeah, it's a little bit more tense. I don't know, maybe they're just trying something new with this formula, you know, just adding some element of danger to it. Because yeah, Cali's Caves 3 didn't really have any long-term punishments. So, I'm fine with that, I guess. Oh god. Also, what's weird is that there's no menu in this game. I mean, there's this, but there's no main menu. Like,
yeah, if you go to quit game, it just leaves the game.
Literally just Alt F4s, and this is the only menu you have.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can just see the pretty standard options and controls. Very simple.
Yeah, I guess if there was a main menu, you would have to have a continue function
Right.
going on as well.
Right,
So
so I
maybe
guess-
that's just not in it.
That kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know. There's also no map.
But what can you do from the main menu that you wouldn't be able to do from here? Maybe warp, but why would you be
Yeah, I don't know.
warping? Well, maybe, I don't know. You might want to like run a certain area of the game over and over, but that's kind of cheesy too.
Yeah.
So I guess this prevents that. I don't know.
I don't know, it's just a little jarring just to have you thrown right into the game. I mean,
Yeah.
even if the main menu was like start game and options and quit game, that's all you would need. It's just nice to have that upfront presentation. Oh god.
I like that wolf sprite, by the way. That's one of my favorite sprites, I think, in this game.
Oh. Gosh, these shooting guys sure are annoying.
They keep hitting me. That's kind of true.
Yeah. You know, I feel like the emphasis on items is going to be a lot greater here. Like, there's that item that, what does it do? It starts you at the same level when you die. It starts you in the current area with 1 heart, I think? It's called the lamp? Oh, I thought he was here.
Oh, yeah. If you get the lamp item, that gives you a little bit of forgiveness if you get killed.
I feel like items like that are going to be a lot more important.
Yeah. We almost ignored that item in the last game.
They weren't necessary at all because there were
Did
a
we
lot of
ignore it?
checkpoints.
I think we looked at it, but I don't think we even bought one.
No, I don't think we ever bought them, yeah. So, I mean, that game was really forgiving. Oh,
Again, great for a car ride as a kid.
yeah.
We kept saying that comment about Kelly's Caves 3, and this seems to be similar.
The one thing that I will say about this, it's one of the same gripes that I had for Callie's Caves 3, which is that you're highly incentivized to button mash and strain every tendon and muscle in your hand.
Yeah, that's why Ed's playing this again, because I still have an injury. I don't really want to play a game where I have to mash a button
And
as much as you have to in this.
Yeah. And it's super satisfying to me when you play a game where you can shoot, like the amount that you shoot is limited only by how fast you can mash things. But
Yeah, or
just-
have the limit be like almost impossible for the player to hit consistently.
Right. But I mean, just out of practicality, like I understand how fun it is, but just being practical, that's not always the best option. Because you're highly incentivized to strain yourself. You know,
In a game like this where you don't want to put it down.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna play this for an hour straight, you're
Yeah,
gonna come out sore.
kids will probably be alright. Younger people, but
We're in our 70s now. We can't really take it anymore.
yeah, every episode of GS it seems we age about a decade.
Young whippersnappers. Callie's Trials. Oh, we should mention that it is on sale for not on sale. It is available for purchase for $6.99, which is the same price as Callie's Caves 3, right?
I think so, yeah.
So I guess
No, I think Kelly's Caves 3 might be $6.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think Kelly's Caves 3 is $6, and this is $7. So very similar price tags. If you like Kelly's Caves 3 and you want more, this is so far looks like it's going to be a game for you. Oh, yeah, as far as the giveaway goes, we'll probably give it away in like maybe 2 days after the episode.
Yeah.
After it gets posted.
I think we should.
Similar to the other ones. What's up?
I think we should. We should probably just establish a hard deadline for the giveaway time frame. I don't know, like 48 hours after the episode airs or something like that, or 72 hours.
Okay, 48 hours
Okay.
after. If your entry is not in within 48 hours of the date this is posted, you won't be able to win. And I'll probably also post in the description of the episode after the giveaway's over,
Yeah, just
so that you know that you know not to post.
just to avoid any sort of confusion.
You can
people-
also post your favorite game console, even if the giveaway's ended.
Yeah.
We would like to hear your opinions if you want to post, but
Even if you
you
like
don't have to.
the Jaguar or the 32X, that's cool too. We won't judge very much.
Yeah, if you do choose the Jaguar or 32X, you're required to post why.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe there's that one killer app for one of those systems. I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
just really loved Raiden 2
Raiden 2. What is that? Is that a shmup?
for Jaguar, yeah.
I've never played
It's
it.
a great game.
Oh,
And if
look how big that hitbox
you're really
is.
into shmups in the mid 90s, I guess. I mean, you kind of, and you're rich or had rich parents, you were required to own the Jaguar so you could get Raiden 2. Oh, this is a funny story. I remember. Oh man, this is an embarrassing story, but I was a child, so it's okay.
Cool.
I remember I went to the video store with my mom, This is a fond memory and a bittersweet memory. I went to the video store with my mom, and they had Kid Chameleon in the Sega Genesis. I had played Kid Chameleon before, and I was just playing it on the Genesis while my mom was looking for movies or whatever, and I had already decided I was going to rent Kid Chameleon even before I went there, because I loved Kid Chameleon when I was that age. It's probably like 6 or 7. Yeah, around there. And the store clerk came up to me, and he said, "I've got to take the game out of the console. Someone wants to rent this game." I almost teared up.
Aww.
Because I thought someone else was renting Kid Chameleon, and I wasn't. What happened? Did you get a level up or something?
I don't know.
What? I think you got a weapon up, but it went to a black screen.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Maybe that was a glitch. Maybe because you're in a boss room.
I don't.
It might be a
think
glitch.
So. Did it?
I don't know.
I think it was the. Does this look upgraded? Level 7? Yeah, I think that's it. I think it upgrades at level 7, like 4 and 7 and one other. I don't know.
Yeah, it usually shows a picture of what it looks like now. It looks different.
That looks weird. And it's doing 1.10 instead of 2 damage. But what's the upside, I wonder?
I don't know. Oh, choose 2 bullets.
Oh, that's an upside.
Yeah,
All right.
it's doing. So you're up. Your damage is overall up. Anyway, to finish the story, of course, it was my mom who was the one who was renting it, because she knew I wanted to rent it. So I was very happy and relieved to know that someone else wasn't renting the game that I wanted to spend the weekend playing. Looking back, probably not the best choice. I probably could have gone with something better than renting Kid Chameleon again, but I really did love that game.
Okay, so am I wrong to say now that you can't actually access the hub until you die? Does that seem right?
I think so, yeah.
So you can't upgrade during your run. You can only upgrade between runs.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is starting to get a little bit more roguelike feel to it. I was confused at first about how much there actually was. Oh god. How much of the roguelike element there actually was. God, I can't talk. It's the end of the night.
It's like a half roguelike, because it has permadeath, but it doesn't have procedural generation, which is the other hallmark of a... Well, yeah, difficulty, procedural generation, and permanent death are the roguelike. So this would be like a roguelite, like a half roguelite.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't ever want to...
Light with a T, right? It's not really... it's not an insult at all to call something a roguelite. It's just an easier way to distinguish it, I guess, from a roguelike.
Yeah, yeah. I like it when games take creative leaps or try to mix different kinds of genres or whatever they want to do. I'll never be against that.
See, I like the assault rifle because you just hold down the button. I bet the fire rate increases as you level it up. We should find out.
We should, because we didn't use that at all. What did we use last time? Oh yeah, the rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher. Yeah, we kind of became addicted to that rocket launcher.
So why would you use that? Oh, and it stuns it too. Look, it stuns everything.
That guy gets stunned though. I think with everything.
Oh, does he?
That guy seems to just be a real wimp as far as stunning goes. Because watch, I bet this wolf won't get stunned. Yeah.
Oh.
He gets somewhat stunned. Oh, there's some variance on the bullet here. It goes on slight diagonals. I don't know if that's random or if that's... It looks like it just goes up, down...
It looks kind of random.
Yeah, I think it's random.
Cool. Looks like
gives it like a random angle.
Yeah.
Within like 10 degrees maybe.
Like stepwise sort of, so it's not too jarring. That's kind of cool. Take that. Yeah, I do like that weapon actually. We're gonna stick with this. It's almost leveled up.
It only does 1 damage though.
All right, let's not stick
with
this
guy. Unless we're gonna take him head on.
What do we got? What do we got? Cool. Oh, yeah. So next time we get a game over and go to the main screen. Okay. So actually, this is starting to make more sense now that I think about it. So you can't upgrade at all during runs. If that's the case, that means you can't buy coin multipliers, you can't buy health upgrades, you can't buy recovery items.
Right.
So it makes it even more challenging.
And you got to decide whether or not you want to buy the shortcuts too.
Right.
So you're gonna have to replay the earlier levels over and over, or probably 2 to 3 times, I'm guessing, if you're not as good at the game, I guess.
Right. So this is our... I mean, we died very quickly the first time, but at least you retain your coins.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah. So if you're not as skilled, if you're not as dexterous with your fingers,
if
you're not as good at video games, if you're like a kid or something, you might have to play it for longer, which is fine because usually kids have a lot of free time.
Play it in the car, not while you're driving. I mean, you could, but don't.
Yeah, also if you're a kid, don't drive.
If you're a kid, don't drive. Even better advice. Whoa. Skulls.
Skull turrets.
That's funny. The sound effect when you shoot one is for like 5 bullets. Although you don't notice it when you're shooting continuously.
Yeah.
I like that. That's funny. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I really want to level up this assault rifle and see what the next form of it is.
I think it's level 4, so we are almost there.
Getting there.
It
I do
levels
like
up.
that they upgrade they level up pretty fast.
Yeah.
You get that dopamine reward much more quickly.
And if it's anything like Callie's Caves 3, there's what, like 10 or 15 weapons, and they each have 19 levels to level up. So you're going to be constantly leveling stuff up, I feel like. Which is cool. That was one of the... Oh god. Oh god, this turret is killing me.
He's a real dick.
He really is. He's a real skull. Oh god, I might actually die.
Hey, we don't have any items.
Are there? There's not even an inventory.
There's no inventory.
I did it! I did it!
Oh no, that was a mistimed jump right after the...
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Oh,
let's check out the upgrade system at least.
We can't buy the shortcut yet. I think it's 10k.
Fuck.
But
You can buy the coin multiplier.
I think that's maybe the intention.
The triple jump's pretty solid too, but I would go with the coin multiplier first.
Yeah, you get this, and then your next run through the first zone is a lot more efficient, and then you get the triple jump.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the idea. Yeah.
Health refill though.
Wait.
I wonder, maybe you always start with the same number of hearts, and some of them are empty. Like if you have extra hearts. So I bet if you buy a heart refill, it'll give you another heart right now.
What does it
up
cost?
to what your max is? But
500.
I don't know if we can tell how much the max is. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it to buy one. I mean, definitely get the coin multiplier, but
Well, if this doesn't fill anything up, then we know that. Oh, it didn't do anything.
it didn't do anything.
So,
Are you sure you bought it?
maybe I didn't actually. It didn't charge us, did it?
I don't think so.
Health refill. Which one is the? Is it gray or blue? Which one is the right one? Oh, it's
I think
the gray.
it's the gray one. Yeah. It did buy. I'm pretty sure that bought it. It made a cling sound like you bought
It
it.
worked.
There
So we
you
have an
go.
extra heart. Okay, so maybe you always start off with 3 hearts.
Probably, yeah. And then you can just increase your max as Callie levels up.
Okay. So, I guess we should get the coin multiplier then.
Yeah, I would
So-
snag that right now.
Yeah, so these upgrades make a lot more sense now.
Sold. Maybe you can only get one in this game?
Well, I think there's another one. Coin multiplier 5.
Does it multiply by... That's kind of insane. If it multiplies it by... If you go straight from 2 to 5?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I guess.
Chance to dodge 2. Level 2.
You can level up with $15,000. Ridiculous amounts of money here.
What's up, fellas?
It's Game Soup. It's Callie's Trials. This is part 2.
Sort of.
Sort of, but you didn't know that.
It's going to be on the same episode, but we recorded last week and now we're recording some more of Callie's Trials, but it's all going to be on the same Wild Game Appears episode. Consider it a 2-parter, maybe even a 3-parter.
Ooh. Check this out. We can get the shortcut to Zone 2.
Fuck yeah. So what Ed did was between last time and this time off camera, he decided to grind out some money so that we could buy that shortcut. So it'd be a little less boring to watch us traverse the same... I think you need the triple jump to get to that shortcut.
This is the perfect use of that face, by the way.
Yeah, we were just... Oh, you need 5,000 to get that... Do you want to just grind out 5,000 off camera?
Yes.
Fuck. Alright.
No, you.
Oh. Okay, we just grinded out the 5,000.
We ground it out. Triple
Grounded
jump.
it out. It took like 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
3. That's 35 minutes for
Yeah.
those of you who
3 to 5 minutes.
325. That's 325 minutes for those of you who
Stop telling them lies.
Oh god, jokes. It's Game Soup. Although you didn't go anywhere, so you don't really need to be told that, do you? Do ya?
Yeah, and you clicked on our video too.
Yeah, how dare you?
So you probably knew what you were getting into when you clicked on the video.
Speaking of cool stuff,
Use your sword.
don't you tell me whose sword to use.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't bother.
Speaking of cool stuff, we got a Patreon page. How about that?
Yeah, it just launched.
It just launched. You know, I wasn't ever really ready to pull the trigger on that. Like, I set it up as just as a testing thing a couple months ago, but I wasn't planning on making it live. And then we had, I think, 2 separate people ask about it. So and then I asked my bud Joe here. I was like, hey Joe, what do you think? And he was like, you know what, Ed, you're the best. Just do it.
What?
That's what happened.
Oh, I don't remember saying it in exactly that way, but
You did.
yeah, I do think you're the best, and I do think that you should have launched the Patreon page.
You said, Ed.
Better to launch it early than late, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's no harm in launching it early, you know? Even if you make $0 a month, at least the option is always there. So, it's
Yeah.
up. It's patreon.com/gamesoup. I'm happy that we got the actual, like, the name of our channel, instead of patreon.com/gamesoup12579 at gmail, at AOL.com /
Pokemon City
Pokemon
/
City. Oh, Angel Fire was the name of it.
root /3.
Yeah, because that would have been just a mouthful, you know? So we got that. And, yeah, I've been working on the patron rewards for a while. I sent Joey a copy of the retrospect document that I had written up.
Yeah, if you pledge $10 a month whenever we release one of our cool long form videos, Ed will send you a retrospective document.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just behind the scenes stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
just describing his decisions and
Pretty
why
much.
he did things.
There's always
in certain ways in
Yeah.
long forms.
there's all kinds of interesting stuff. At least to me, it's interesting stuff that gets left behind from the finished products. Even here on even just the Let's Plays that we do and the wild games, there's always extra footage, and sometimes that stuff is real interesting, but it just doesn't have a place, or we're already running low on time, or whatever.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know. Maybe at some point we'll have another bonus, I guess, videos or something. Maybe bonus videos that you can only get if you're a patron. But for right now, it's just that document. We might be adding some more stuff. We will be adding some
actually, there is something
more rewards
for
later.
the I think the $20 here is I hope Joe you're okay with this, because I offered it for you. We're sending out stickers and magnets.
Oh, you put it up already?
I did,
We were
yeah.
talking about that. I wasn't sure if we were announcing that yet, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah. So basically, it's pretty vague. If you're that patron, that $20 a month patron, we send you Game Soup stickers and magnets. Oh, I died. I wasn't even paying attention. Jesus Christ. Let's grind back there. You wanna?
Yeah. We should finish talking about the magnets.
We will.
They're homemade cool magnets
They're awesome.
that I make.
And they're Game Boy Cat, right?
Yeah, they're just the
And
Game Boy Cat logo thing.
we could also do Game Soup logo, right?
I'd have to get them printed, so no, it's just the Game Boy Cat right now.
Okay. Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Oh, cool. So yeah, that'll be like a one-time thing. If you pledge, what was it, $20 you said?
I think it's $20. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send you a magnet. Maybe we'll come up with some more stuff later and send that out at a later date. But
Yeah. It's not just. Is it a couple of magnets and stickers, or what do you think?
probably just a magnet and maybe a couple stickers for now. 'Cause that's
Okay.
what we have.
Yeah. We can always get more made, but
We've got like the Game Boy Cat and the Panda. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. If you prefer the Game Boy Panda from the Game Soup Analysis channel, you can get that one too, I guess. But I think we're gonna have to cross that bridge when somebody pledges $20 a month.
Yeah.
So and it's kind of a stretch thing, I know. So I'd be very surprised. Well, no, I shouldn't say that.
It's just a small thank you, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like you're buying
Oh,
this stuff. You're just like thank you things.
yeah. I mean, we don't want to spend too much of the money on, giving back to the people who gave us the money in the first place. Oh, okay. Do we have? Wait, isn't there an inventory in this game, or is there not? There is not. How did we heal before?
Do you get healing items in this one?
Haha.
I don't think there was healing items in this one.
Didn't we discover that last week? I think
Yeah.
you're right. So, just hearts then? Oh!
Yeah.
Actually, I like the shotgun a lot. God, everything in this game has the HP of a tank. A real world tank.
A World War II tank.
Yep. Yep. What's the name of the... Isn't there a really famous tank company? Oh, Thomas. That's the one.
I was gonna say some German name that I could think of, but yeah, that's good too.
Flaggen. What's that?
Sennheiser.
Sennheiser. Coincidentally, they also make headphones.
Yeah, headphones.
They have a very specialized market. They make tanks and headphones.
Yeah. Fuck yeah! Today's episode's brought to you.
It's gonna happen
by-
again. Oh Jesus, that's a rough jump.
Sennheiser. We're using Sennheiser headphones right now.
Sennheiser.
JK, we're not using any headphones.
No. We could though. If they're gonna sponsor us. Okay, here's the question: if you're listening.
It would probably improve the audio quality if we could listen back to what it's going to sound like.
Yeah, I think it would. I think it would. If say you had your own YouTube channel, viewer,
Yeah.
and Sennheiser came up to you and was like, "Hey, we'll give you a free pair of headphones. All you have to do is make a video about them and how great they are." Would you do it? Would you?
If they were great, I wouldn't lie.
Yeah, if they were actually great.
Sennheiser makes some garbage, though.
Do they?
Yeah.
You know what I think is a garbage brand? Kobe. I hesitated because I didn't want to say that out loud on the internet. But whatever. They're not going to sponsor us. Kobe. They're like the Walmart or Target brand.
We talk shit about almost every company.
I know.
I would never take a sponsorship from any of the companies that we talk shit about anyway.
Yeah.
Even if they're not like I think there's so many offers on the table for sponsorships for games.
We're turning them down left and right.
But I would never take a sponsorship from BJ's because BJ's fucking sucks.
Yeah. Even if they were like, yeah, you're right.
Or Wendy's.
What do they have to?
Fucking poison.
Oh, come on. Wendy's is the best of the three main fast food companies, though.
What
Compared to Burger King and McDonald's, they're by far the least malevolent.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think they're all pretty much garbage.
Well, yeah, but comparatively.
Go to Five Guys.
Oh yeah, I was just there. Again.
Oh, you were?
For the second time in my life. It was awesome.
What did you get? A burger?
I got a
lettuce burger.
I forgot again, just like I did the first time, to get a lettuce burger.
Oh.
But I just got a regular. I think it was a double burger, and it came with
you always get a double burger.
melted cheese, and I got all the toppings and stuff for free. So you get like mushrooms and onions and peppers.
Yeah, I usually get mushrooms.
Yeah, that's delicious. And also they have peanuts, infinite peanuts.
Yeah, I eat those too. They ask if I want fries. I say no, thanks. I'll just have the free peanuts.
Really? I mean, I prefer peanuts to French fries.
I've gotten the fries before. They're very good, and they give you so many. We've
had this whole discussion before.
Yeah,
But here's the thing. That discussion. What episode was that on?
You would think that they really were sponsors.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing about rehashing old content, Joe. The last time we talked about this was probably Mercenary Kings episode number 17.
Yeah,
you know who's gonna watch that? I think it's got like 30 views.
Yeah, nobody's watching
and
those.
with good reason, you know.
So yeah, don't. If you're gonna go back and watch old GS, watch Castle in the Darkness is probably my favorite from like last year's GS.
That's where we started to really not suck terribly. I think, you know, I mean, because it takes a while to get in the swing of things. I really like that whole series actually. Game itself, I don't know.
Don't go any farther back than that in the GS channel. That's kind of my general rule. If anybody watching right now is interested in checking out some of the older content on GS, don't go back any further than the Castle in the Darkness series.
What else do we have? We have a lot of Hearthstone at the beginning. We had
don't watch any of those. Risk of Rain. Outdated anyway. All the Hearthstone stuff. Hearthstone content gets outdated every couple of months.
Oh yeah.
Whenever a new set comes out. So.
Who knew the deadliest enemy in this game would be a skull stuck on a stick?
Skull stick.
Skullstick.com.
Skeleton sticks. That's what I like to call bones.
Skeleton sticks. I learned all my skeleton sticks in school.
Yeah, you learned about the fibula, the tibula.
The tibula. They all rhyme with ibula.
Yeah, the humor.
The scribula. The nebula.
Yeah, I actually know all the bones. I'm just sounding ignorant.
I bet you do. I knew them all at one point.
Yeah.
I could probably tell you what was a fake bone and what was a real bone.
Fibula, tibia.
Sesamoid bone. That's a real bone. That's your kneecap, right?
Really? No, it's a patella.
It's the shape of a bone. I lied. Sesamoid. There's only one bone in the body.
I've never heard of sesamoid.
Yeah, it's the only bone in the body that has that categorization because, you know, it's shaped like
a sesame seed.
Is that
really why it's called that?
Yeah.
Oh,
it really is.
Way to go, scientists.
Yeah, way to go.
With your naming schemes.
It's
in the shape of a seed. I don't know. What kind of seed? All the seeds.
All the seeds. Hey, look. It's our dude.
All right, it's Lloyd.
I know something that can help.
This guy.
Smoke this weed.
He looks like he's probably high all the time.
He?
He's got a guitar. I just assume everybody who's got a guitar in public is high.
What, really?
Yeah.
He looks like he could be a giant stoner. Couldn't he?
There was this guy at the community college that we both went to at different times. He was there all the time playing his guitar.
Smoking weed?
And I took time off from the school, and then I went back, and he was still there.
Really?
Yeah.
Sitting out on the lawn playing.
Maybe he took time off too. I don't know.
Playing guitar?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It wasn't time off. It was time off to go to another school. But
I mean, that's the kind of school that you don't just hang out on campus because it's a commuter school. There's no dorms there.
I used to hang out on campus. They had a video game club there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never found that.
Maybe it wasn't there when you were there.
There was a rec center downstairs that I never really checked out. But who knows? Oh, come on, dudes. Come on, Slimies.
There were some of the best Smash Brothers and Street Fighter players I ever met would play there. They crushed me.
Oh, I bet.
Like, I thought it was pretty decent at Smash Brothers. Not really at Street Fighter. I'm alright at Street Fighter. Like, I'll beat somebody who doesn't know what they're doing pretty easily, but...
Anybody who's had a fair amount of practice. Like, anybody that can wave dash is going to beat me. Anybody that knows how to ledge grab is going to beat me. And you'll beat me. So
in Smash Brothers? Yeah, I'll crush you.
Not always.
We used to play the original Super Smash Brothers on the Nintendo, and I was always Pikachu, and I would like catch you would always be throwing items at me, and I would catch them, and I remember you were a little kid, and you said, "How do you have such cat-like reflexes?" And I laughed a lot about that. That was funny.
I think my error was having the same strategy every time, which was just to throw stuff at you.
Yeah, it never worked.
But also you had really good reflexes, and you still do.
Maybe, I don't know.
Here, catch this.
I don't play as many Twitch games. And I also don't try to master anything anymore.
Here's a question. Down? No. Down? No. No, right?
I don't know. There wasn't a trail of coins, was there?
There wasn't.
Usually there's oh, fuck.
That was not a trail of coins. That was a left to right coin.
We're still alright, though.
We're cool. It was left to right path of coins, and I mistook it for a trail of coins. Big mistake. Cool. Real cool.
Oh, man.
Ed, you're really screwing it up here.
Should I tell the story about the flies?
Please. I know you're not very passionate about it anymore, but tell it.
Yeah, I'm not. This story is from like 2 weeks ago. I forgot to tell it last week, but I call this
Passion of the Flies.
Lord of the
Flies.
Assassin of the Flies. Let's call it that.
Ah.
So our house got overrun by flies this summer season at Six Flags.
At Six Flags.
I don't know. Yeah, we usually get ants. We didn't get any ants this year.
Good.
So we live in kind of like a wooded area, and we usually have pest problems in the summer. It's kind of annoying, but I've learned how to take care of the ants, and I've learned how to deal with these problems. But it seems like every year there's a new surprise. This year we've got mice, and then we got overrun with flies. I wouldn't quite call it an infestation, but there was I thought there was about 15 flies, but there were actually more in our kitchen. And they're really hard to catch. Pain in the ass.
I wish the mice would eat the flies. That would solve all your problems,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
that would have been nice. So, but what I did was, the first night we tried just putting out vinegar, because that worked before for fruit flies, but it doesn't really work for regular flies. I didn't catch anything. But then the second day, I learned that you can, like, I was trying to swat them, with like a magazine or something. We don't have a fly swatter. But
with a magazine,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna get one now, though.
It didn't work.
No.
But I learned that a glass works way better than any other tool for killing flies.
For killing them? Like
A glass. A clear glass
So you
without
just-
any patterns on it.
So you just smash glass.
Slowly.
You slowly smash glass.
They land on the window because they try and get out of the window during the day, right?
Uh-huh.
And you take the glass and you just slowly put it on top. You just put it on them.
Oh.
And it just crushes them. It's disgusting. And you hear their little bones or whatever flies have just
That's-
crushing.
Their exoskeleton. That's messed up, dude.
Yeah.
How
so
could
you
you
just
do
kill
that?
them and then you brush it on into the trash can and then just repeat.
Ew.
So I did that for days. I got a body count of 23.
23.
Yep.
That's a
over
lot
the
of
course
flies.
of a couple of days.
You probably got all of them then. No, that's not true.
Yeah, I did.
You haven't seen any more?
Yeah, and the rest of them drowned in water.
Good.
In the sink.
They got what
So
was coming to 'em.
probably a total of about 30 flies wound up getting in our house and being
Jesus.
killed over the course of about 2 days, maybe 2.5 days.
Good job.
So if you want to just manually kill flies in your house, I recommend a glass.
You could also get a fly swatter. I would not recommend against that, would you? Yes.
I guess a fly swatter is okay on surfaces that aren't glass, but the glass works way better. They fly away. They're annoying.
Yeah.
It feels like they're outsmarting you
They're
when you try to
fools.
kill them with a fly swatter.
They're just fools. They don't know about the glass trick.
They just get away, but the glass trick works. They just don't see it coming.
This kill all the flies in your house with this one weird trick.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird trick I discovered.
It's
Just use-
clickbait.
Yeah, just use a glass.
Just
So
use the
there was
glass.
another battle. That was my fly battle. There was also a cricket battle recently, which was last night.
Oh.
This actually, I think it was last night. I don't fucking know. All the days run together.
That's depressing.
There was a cricket in the... It scared the shit out of me. I turned the light on in the bathroom and a cricket just hopped towards me. And I leapt up like
come on.
like an elephant. You know, how elephants leap up when they see a mouse?
Yeah.
Or that's what happens in the cartoons, at least.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like that. And I kept trying to crush it. I put on my shoes and I kept trying to crush it. And those little suckers, they just hop away. They really have good reflexes. I think they have better reflexes even than flies. But eventually it jumped behind the toilet and I was trying to crush it. Like behind, it gets real awkward because you got the toilet brush back there. And
Yeah.
it's, we have like a small bathroom. So it's kind of crowded back there. Anyway, but I wound up knocking over the toilet brush and it turned out there was a bunch of like the cleaning stuff in there, you know? Toilet bowl cleaner.
Oh,
So
really?
that spilled all over the floor and I didn't notice because I was chasing a cricket around the
Oh,
bathroom.
Jesus.
So that's the cricket story. I made a mess, but I did kill him.
Well, he got what he deserved then. That's kind of unfortunate, though.
A lot of pests.
A lot of pests in the world. A lot
Didn't
of
used to
pests.
happen at our other houses because we didn't live in the woods. But when you live in the woods, they get in.
So, I don't want to break your spirit here, but I think I don't know where to go in this game. I've been backtracking a little bit to see if that fixed it. It didn't fix it, and now I'm scared and alone and cold.
Yeah, I kind of noticed. So what's going on here?
I was trying to-
There's no map, right?
No, I was trying to find the stoner again because I wanted to see what he said.
The stoner.
What's his name? Mikey?
Lloyd.
Lloyd. What's his name? Lloyd Mikey?
Yeah.
And if only there was some way to look back on the footage to see what he said, we would be
The
able to.
stoner.
He said something very important, and now I can't find him. He seems to be gone. And I was pretty sure that there was a dead end at the other end of this area, but maybe I was just wrong about that. So who knows? What a cool game, though. What a cool game. Sponsored by Callie's Trials. Not
Sponsored
actually.
by, well, not really sponsored by. We got a copy of it from Video Games as well as our giveaway copies from Video Games.
Yeah.
So thanks to Jordan.
That's an
for that
exchange
again.
Yeah, sponsor implies like, well, okay, it's an exchange of goods and services, right? They give you money and you promote their game to
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds and they don't have to do any of that. They don't have to do the marketing, the small scale marketing. But this is like they gave us a copy of the game so that we could review it. That's a little more.
Yeah, an honest review. And
Yeah.
we've given some constructive criticism of this as well as Callie's Caves 3.
That's way less sketchy. You know, like you ever see those sponsored reviews from all the big names on YouTube? They do these sponsored videos where
Yeah.
somebody probably paid them and gave them a copy of the game. I've seen some
Yeah.
real class. What do they call it? Class act bad games.
I'd do that.
You would or
Yeah,
have?
I'd definitely do that, but they would be getting criticism
yeah,
about the games. I wouldn't just say it's great if it sucks.
Yeah,
you know.
you would have to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
Brutally honest.
So that would have to be part of the agreement.
And I know that I already have not a problem, but I'm already very hesitant sometimes. Although that was in the past. I've been trying to get really good at that. At, giving criticism where it's due, because that helps everybody, and not
Yeah.
giving any criticism only hurts everybody. So
Yeah, constructive criticism is the best place to be. Like compliments are, it's nice to hear, but it doesn't get you any better at anything.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism really is the best, and
like Necropolis, actually, that's a fantastic example, because they took all the feedback they got from players and
Yeah.
critics, and they're reworking pretty much the
Yeah.
main mechanics of the game.
yeah, I can't wait to try that out again. We
Yeah.
haven't done our co-op episode
I'm
of that
thinking
yet.
we should wait for one of the first big updates on that before we
Yeah.
actually play
Yeah, I
it.
definitely wanna see what they do with it.
It was amazing. They put out like a manifesto a couple days after it launched on Steam, and they were like, here are our short-term goals, our mid-term goals, and our long-term goals, and it was all very well outlined. So I got to give them props for that. That's a really humbling thing to do, as a dev, to be like, okay, we messed up, but here's what we're gonna do. And they laid out all their plans. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, we talked about all of our critiques about the game on our episode of it. So you guys want to check out a game where we give some constructive criticism, check out A Wild Game Appears Necropolis from a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago, man, time flies. Time flies, and flies like glasses.
No, they hate glasses.
They hate glasses.
Well, that
designer glasses.
they don't really know.
They like designer glasses because who doesn't? Who doesn't? So this is where we were before. This is where I decided to backtrack
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know where to... Maybe just weave in and out here? Yeah, this is tough.
It looks like a dead end, but maybe... Yeah, it really sucks without a map. It's
Yeah,
hard
I'd like
to... I have no bearing on where I am, you know?
I feel like you got to go down here, though, because you just went back.
I thought. Or
So
maybe...
did either Lloyd told us something and we missed it,
Maybe,
or...
maybe we have to buy something from the shop, like swimmies. Because
I don't know.
We can't go down here.
maybe.
It's certain death, Joe. It's certain death. It's certain death. It's certain death, Joe.
Say that again.
It's certain death. Really?
Have you jumped down all the way over here, though?
No, but
Let's try it. We got to try it. We
This-
got 18,000. We'll buy the swimmies if we die.
here's the thing. If this is the correct answer, I will rage. I'll rage. I don't
Yeah.
think this is it, but we'll try it.
Okay, that platform definitely should have been a couple of tiles up. We're just talking about constructive criticism. Here's one. That wasn't clear what to do there. There should have been some coins, or probably even better would be just to raise the platform up.
By,
Maybe
one
have
block.
some stairs here coming out of the water
Yeah.
or something, and just have so you can see the exit from that platform that we just jumped from.
I'm making a face now.
So
I'm
that's
raging.
confusing.
That was poor placement of that platform. Because everything before it was all water. Okay. I mean, I think if you're watching this, hopefully you have some idea of why that was not a very good choice. Just as block placement goes.
Yeah, I don't remember anything like that in Kelly's Caves 3 where it
No.
was like egregious placement or confusing level design
And that's
about where to go.
That's the craziest part about. I mean, some of those problematic. Some of the least useful game design can be fixed with, like you said, a path of coins. A path of 3 coins could have fixed that problem
Yeah.
entirely. You know, it's the simplest solution, and yet somehow it makes everything better. So, yeah, I was gonna say problematic, and then I remembered you saying that people using the word problematic.
Yeah, the word problematic is becoming like the word literally, or I think it already has become.
I haven't heard it that much actually. I'm surprised. What are you doing? Smoking at wait. Oh.
32 or 23. Maybe you'll find to get past those wood blocks soon.
Hint.
What do you get, a chainsaw? That'd be sweet.
Maybe. They're alive. We already have a sword. That's not enough.
You ever tried to chop wood with a sword? I have. I have a samurai sword.
What?
Lies on Game Soup.
Lies on Game Soup.
Yeah, I mostly use it to hang dirty laundry on.
The samurai sword.
Yeah, it's on one of those, pedestals. What do you call it? It's on display.
Oh yeah, like the thing that hangs on the wall.
Yeah.
Samurai pedestal. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's from my ancestors.
Sword holder.
From my ancestors, meaning my dad bought it at the Renaissance fair.
Well, he's technically your ancestor, right? Or does ancestor have to be
Yeah.
someone who's like long before you? I don't know.
Who cares? Leave it in the comments.
Who cares? No.
Is my dad my ancestor?
You had it right the first time.
I'm
Who
gonna say
cares?
that he is.
Yeah,
and
sure.
that he passed down a samurai sword to me. Those are all lies.
You ever hear people?
100% lies.
You ever hear people confuse the terms descendants and ancestors? I love that. Anytime you hear that, it makes whatever they're talking about hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, because that would be kind of the opposite.
we have
wouldn't
5 toes on each feet. We got that from our descendants. What? What did your son do to you? You mean you don't have 6 toes like everyone else? Ah, English. What a silly language.
it? It's one of the better languages.
I guess it's only, well, we're kind of biased just because it's the only language we know.
We should.
Right?
There should be like
What's the coolest language? Let us know. Tell
coolest?
us. The
I
coolest.
think English.
Yeah, maybe.
Coolest, probably. It's not the easiest, but probably the coolest.
There's a reason you see it everywhere in the world. Probably, right?
Yeah.
Well, not everywhere in the world.
The only way I judge is though by listening to rap music. I've listened to rap music in a lot of other languages besides English, and it all sounds horrible except for English and Spanish. Those are the only 2 languages that I've ever heard
Oh,
that it sounds good. And I don't know what they're saying in Spanish, obviously, but
lay on me some.
it sounds cool at least.
Lay on me some raps in Arabic.
I've never listened to any rap music in Arabic.
Me neither.
I imagine it's probably terrible though, like most of the languages.
Most of the languages, I guess.
Like French rap, not very good.
French rap.
Japanese rap is terrible because everything rhymes in Japanese.
Yeah, that's not a very
too
poetic.
easy.
Well, no, it is poetic language because of haikus, but it's not a very rhymey, songy language, I guess. Blade gun. Yeah, Japanese has a very limited sound set, I guess. Oh,
And you
look at
can't. Oh, there you go.
that. Cool. You want to go back
This
and get
is
the...
like those blades in Cali's Caves 3. Remember that?
Yeah, those had
they
an
like
arc,
bounced
though.
off the walls. Yeah, they had an arc. This one it's just metal blade.
Yeah.
Just chop. Yeah, I think the only difference between this and the pistol is that it's
look
a
at
metal
that.
blade and that it can chop through wood.
And chop through human skin.
Yeah, let's get through that skin.
Bones. So it seems really
Get through
powerful.
the skin, the bones, the organs. Let's just grind through it. Oh, it cuts through. It's piercing.
Oh.
That's the key.
The key. Perfect.
What were we talking about?
Organ cuts. Organ cutting.
Rap
Killing.
music in different
Oh
languages.
yeah, raps in Japanese. Yeah, it's not a very
Oh,
very rap conducive language.
Oh yeah, another thing I was going to say is that in English it's almost all slant. Almost all the rhymes are slant rhymes.
There can't be any slant rhymes in Japanese.
In Japanese,
right?
you can't have any slant rhymes. There's 5 syllables. There's only 5 vowel
Yeah.
sounds you can have in Japanese, so everything's just going to be a direct and easy rhyme. It just doesn't sound good.
Which, as a result, I've heard enough Japanese songs, like J-pop and non-J-pop. Plenty of other songs too, just regular songs. And they don't always rhyme. I guess,
Does it bounce off the wall?
indeed it does.
Fuck yeah, it does.
This
So it
seems
bounces
like-
off the wall and pierces.
Is this-
Okay, so there's definitely enough differences in this. When
Yeah.
we first got it, I was going to say not enough differences from the pistol, but I'm going to say that there is enough.
I like that,
Now
actually.
that it's a pretty cool design. Yeah, it keeps coming back at us.
Question is,
I like this gun, actually.
yeah,
It's interesting.
I assume the pistol is stronger overall, otherwise the pistol would be obsolete.
Right. Because this will be,
Oh.
in the right situation, you're going to hit the enemy twice every time with this, which there's actually a
Wow.
lot of situations where
Yeah.
you're going to hit them twice with it, because there's a lot of walls in this game.
Almost all of
It's a
them.
game made of walls.
You might say that. You might say that.
Oh yeah, they go all the way over there and come back.
That's crazy.
Oh man. So should we just call this the bonus content now?
Yeah, let's do that actually.
Okay. So
because
this is the end of the episode, guys.
Bye. Okay, this is the introduction to the bonus content.
Everything from here on is pretty much going to be bonus content for this episode because we're running long, but we wanted to play this one for a while. And
But before we go, we should plug the game again.
yeah, Cali's Trials.
Cali's Trials is on Steam now. I think it's $5.99. Why didn't I check that before?
It might be. It's somewhere between $6 and $9.
79. It's somewhere between $79 and $0. No, I think you're right. More bounces. More bounces. That's just what we need. More bounces.
And we already thanked the developer. Let's thank
Oh.
the viewers for watching. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching.
Yeah, thanks
You
a
can-
lot.
You can feel free to continue watching if you want, but this is just going to be us kind of rambling at this point, I think. So
But when is it not? You know? That is this show. Rambling. Go to rambling.com/GameSoup for a free trial of Audible. Audible.com.
no, we're not doing that.
No.
We don't have any sponsors, and we don't have. I don't know about them.
Okay, here's the thing. Out of all the sponsors I've ever seen on YouTube, Audible is by far the biggest. I've seen so many of the channels that I watch
Yeah.
have an Audible sponsorship. What do you think,
I've
Joe?
seen it, but I don't know anything about the company. I don't know if they're a scam or if they're legit.
I don't think so. They just sell audiobooks. Or I guess you pay by the month and get.
Yeah,
It's like the Netflix of audiobooks.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about it?
I feel like that's how easy is it to quit? That's kind of the
To quit?
thing there. And if it's like a monthly thing,
What do you mean to quit? Oh, okay, to cancel your
yeah,
service.
to cancel your subscription. That's how all that kind of thing is measured.
Yeah, I don't know. You raised some good points. But I mean, they must be reputable enough because plenty of reputable people use it. You know, like actually, Total Biscuit when they do their podcast, they've plugged it plenty. So I don't know how I feel about it actually. What is this? Nothing? What is it? Nothing.
I just wouldn't want to lie.
Ooh!
wouldn't-
Look at his nose. He has no nose.
I wouldn't want to lie to the viewers and pretend that a product
Oh,
is good
God.
when it's not. I don't care how much money that they offer.
All right, here's what I need. I need a gun with an arc, a downward arc. Why am I shooting? Oh, okay. I thought I was shooting two guns at once.
You can wow.
Look at those numbers. That is satisfying. Listen to that
looks
noise.
like fire. It looks like he's on number fire here.
Number
Wow.
fire. You did. I knew you'd find your. Well, it wasn't strength.
I
It
knew
was just
you'd
this.
find the metal blade.
That's really all you need. Hey, we should make a game where there's the metal blade in it as a weapon. It's the metal blade. It wouldn't be copyright infringement because that's such a broad thing. How cool would that be? You
That
get
would
to use the
be-
Metal Blade in a brand new game.
It's one of the more satisfying and fun
Yeah.
weapons ever in a game.
You
so
could-
if you
You could build a whole game around it.
you could. Yeah, we could do that, or we could just make it like one of the power-ups in that game we've been working on recently.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think we're going to do a devlog. Well, we could. If we have nothing else to do today, we could do a devlog on that. But I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I want to get some more. I want to get some more done in it. I want to get it a little more fleshed out.
Boy, look at his eyes! Chill out, dude. Chill out. Nothing to be so worried about here. Yeah, it could use some more work, but we're working on just a small game. If you've seen our past devlogs, then I don't know. You sort of have an idea of what we're going to be doing. So that'll be a lot of fun. Look out for it sometime in the near future. Also, there's a Mighty Number 9 long form part 1 coming up pretty soon. So I just put the finishing touches on most of the video editing. I have like
Oh, sweet.
60 more seconds.
You recorded all the audio and everything.
Yeah, all the
and,
audio is recorded.
Yeah.
All I have to do is fill out the last minute with video footage. That's pretty much it. And
Yeah,
then
it's been working hard on that one.
it's gonna take a long. I didn't realize this. It's gonna be a project. Like, this is part 1. There's probably gonna be at least 3 more parts, and they're all gonna require this amount of work, which is to say a lot more than normal. Hopefully, it's worth it. So look out for that coming up pretty soon on both channels, I guess, because you know
Yeah, it's an scripted analysis video, right?
we'll just plug it on both channels. Were you gonna say something?
No, not really.
I'm
Not really.
not really.
Way to commit.
Yeah, we both have problems with commitment. That's
We do.
why. Yeah, that's why. No, I can't think of anything to say. I was gonna say that's why I'm still single, but
Oh, I don't know if that's why. We can talk about that off the show. I don't know if that's a topic you want to bring up here.
well, it's I don't know. No, not really.
Yeah,
I mean, just because it's not very interesting.
Cool, really awkward.
That's not very interesting, is it? Because everybody has those problems in life. Like, the last thing you want to hear about is some guy you never met's his problems about, not problems, but his stance on things that.
I have health problems. You want to hear about them?
That's a little more juicy. Let's talk about. No, we don't have to. It's kind of private. Here's the thing. Here's a question for
Who
you.
doesn't have health problems?
For
though?
your viewers.
I don't have any fatal health problems though, so I'm thankful for that.
Well, if you did,
I've been blessed in a lot of ways, so I'm not gonna. Can't complain too much.
blessed by a priest. What's different about the red slime? He's red.
He's red, yeah. Maybe he just has more hit points, more HP.
He seemed to have less, but maybe we're just stronger.
Maybe he turns it. I mean, this is a fire level, so maybe he turns into fire. He didn't turn into fire though.
No, we didn't. These guys
I
are still
don't know.
around too.
Should I do this thing about? I've been listening to the radio recently.
To NPR because you love it, right?
No.
What is it? What is it? Oh. Look how many pixels that is.
It's
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? It's 12,
it's 12 pixels.
12
yeah.
pixels.
Pretty good.
It's a very simple boomerang. I like it. Oh. I can throw 4 boomerangs at once.
So this is sort of like the Metal Blade, except with a shorter distance, and you can and it's actually limited. This is one of the few weapons in Callie's Caves that's limited
Yeah, that's weird.
to how many you can have on screen at once.
I'm going to call this the metal bananas. Or the wooden bananas is even
This
better.
is the Shadow Blade of the game. Remember in Mega Man 3 when they were like, let's bring back the Metal Blade, but let's nerf it a little bit. That's like the first nerf I think I ever saw in a video game.
The Shadow Blade?
The Shadow Blade in Mega Man 3, it's like Metal Blade, but it only goes like
Oh.
a third of the way across the screen maybe, and it comes back like a boomerang.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You
yeah.
remember that one? You got it
Vaguely.
from Shadow Man.
Shadow Man.
It's like a ninja star instead of a Metal Blade.
You know what this weapon does? It hits multiple times.
Oh yeah.
That's 1, and it just hit 4 times. Cool.
Yeah. So this is kind of the anti-mashing weapon, similar
Yeah.
to the assault rifle, I guess, in that way. So it's kind of a combination of the Metal Blade and the assault rifle. No, but it's not auto. You don't hold it down to auto
No.
shot, but it's similar in the way that it's not going to kill your hand to use it because you are limited to 4 shots.
Oh god, that last night when we were playing Callie's Caves 3, ooh, gave me a run for my money. Ooh, because my hands hurt, because I was button mashing a lot. You know,
Yeah, definitely a mashing kind of game.
mashing kind of game.
Satisfying.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, if I made a game, I would want it to be this fun. They're alive.
There's got to be a way to get through those. Do you have a hammer?
Not
No.
yet.
That's probably a clue that we need something else.
I'm only a little girl.
to get through there.
I'm only a little girl, Joe.
Oh yeah, so speaking of rap music and the radio, I've been listening to the radio recently, to the rap station.
What, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that working? Tell.
I have an old car, and I don't
Oh.
have satellite radio, and I don't even have like a USB thing on my what do you call it? My tape deck.
Your
in my
tape
car.
deck.
It's got a CD player, but you know,
Yeah.
it's 2016.
Yeah, I know. Really, everything's outdated unless you have an aux cable for your phone.
Yeah.
Even
Which
an
I
iPod.
do, but I just like to be able to get in the car and it's just already on, you know?
Yeah.
Because half the time, I don't want to be fiddling around with my phone every time I get in the car. Because I forget to do it half the time, or I'll leave the phone in the car and leave it on and my battery will be gone.
It's a skeleton, Joe.
Did you see his head?
I did.
His head was wobblier than Crip's.
Maybe that was his skeleton.
I sent you a video of Crip last night. Crip is Criparian. He's a Hearthstone player and he's a fool. We like to make fun of him a lot.
You probably know him.
Like privately.
Yeah.
And we also make fun of him on GS a lot.
We do, actually. I don't know.
Look up any of his videos though and watch his head.
Wobbly head Crip is what we call him.
Yeah. His head just goes all over the place. We don't like him that much.
And he starts
really
off.
don't like him.
Yeah, I don't hate him as a person or anything. He's just.
Well, I kind of hate him.
Oh. He starts every episode with, or every video with, "Hey guys, how's it going? Preparing here."
Except he's right here. That's
Yeah,
what,
well.
he kind of just slurs it all together. Anyway, let's continue having tangents here.
Okay.
That's pretty much what we do on GS, right?
Oh yeah.
So they have these. I'm not even passionate about this anymore.
Okay.
Fuck.
What were you? Oh, the radio thing.
Yeah.
Well, just give us the.
It's not your fault. I'm just.
Oh, good, because I wasn't gonna.
They
take
have
blame.
these ads for Onyx nightclub in Philadelphia on the radio.
Onyx nightclub.
Yeah, I've
All right.
never heard of it until they started playing these ads on the radio. They're the dumbest ads though. Every ad is this guy yelling about phone calls that he's had recently with rappers.
Okay.
He says, "Yo, we just called Yo Gotti on the telephone. He didn't answer.
All right.
So then my boy said we gotta hit him up on his DM. So I hit him up on the DM and he answered.
What's a DM?
A direct message on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So we got him coming to Onyx nightclub this weekend." So basically every ad, he just talks about his dealings with phone calls and missed phone calls.
That's really exciting.
They're the worst ads I've ever heard for. Well, maybe not for anything, but they're up there.
Did they ever mention the club?
Yeah, they talk
Eventually?
about the club and they tell you the event that's happening, but they could get it done in probably 1/4 of the time if
Jeez.
they didn't talk about their recent direct messages and phone calls.
Yeah, that sounds pretty lame.
Yeah.
Because who cares? Well, I guess you gotta have an original marketing campaign or something. Maybe that's what they're going for.
No, they're just the guy that does the reads or the ads is just dumb.
It's just dumb.
He's just dumb.
You think he's the actor or the person who wrote it?
Probably
both.
both. He's probably a club owner, which is probably why he's dumb.
Oh, he could be the owner.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you ever see an ad for like a furniture store or something, like a local furniture store, you know how they're always terrible? It's because it's the owner doing the ad.
Yeah.
They never hire an actor.
Yeah, local commercials, man. God, when I was in college, you saw those all the time, and they were glorious.
Hilarious. Yeah.
They were amazing. So where I went to college, it was out in the middle of nowhere. Oh Jesus! So a lot more of the more rural people. So they would make their own commercials, and they were real cheesy. Like think of the cheesiest, local commercials you can think of. It was like that. You can see some really good ones on YouTube, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Really good. Like really,
There's a
really.
whole episode of Bob's Burgers about that.
Really?
Like, I've been catching up on Bob's Burgers recently, so I don't know exactly how new this episode is, but it came out this year. It's on season 6.
Season 6.
Yeah, and it was about them buying a new couch, and it was called Sofa Queen. And then there's another guy that works there, the guy, and you know what he's called?
The Sofa King.
No,
course.
no,
What?
they didn't, because it sounds like so fucking,
Yeah,
so
but-
they didn't do it. He went, "I'm the sofa jester," because everybody was thinking that. you know?
Yeah.
So they went with jester. That was actually pretty funny.
Nice. I'm glad they changed it up then, because that's kind of an old thing.
Yeah.
Kind of old hat.
Yeah, it's kind of an old hack joke, which unfortunately, Bob's Burgers is becoming old and hack.
No.
Yeah.
It's not as bad
I
as-
have to admit it. Like,
Really?
I thought it was just a few episodes this season. I'm on like episode 13 or 14. I've been very disappointed with
Aw.
season 6 of Bob's Burgers. I'm pretty sure it fell off.
That seems to happen a lot with TV shows like that. Family Guy, same thing. That fell off after like 4 seasons. Oh crap! Oh crap!
Yeah, it really does seem that way. And regular shows started to fall off, but I'm not caught up on that either. That was, I think, season 5 maybe. It was the whole story arc with Margaret and her going away to school. That got kind of whack, in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of that.
But regular show was fucking hilarious when it started. And same thing with Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Like, Bob's Burgers was probably my favorite show for a couple of years there.
I remember you were really into that. I watched it too. Yeah, it was pretty good. But what about Adventure Time? Is that one of those shows that also did that, or has that still?
That's I gotta catch up with that one too. I got to like season 6 on that, and it started getting. It's always been hit or miss. I would say Adventure Time for like the first 6 seasons, which is about where I've got caught up to. So I'm like a couple years behind. I haven't really been watching it that much anymore.
Years behind. Did I just get?
Couple seasons.
I was stuck in the block.
I don't watch that many TV shows, but sometimes I get on like a kick about one show and I'll just catch up on it. So I'm sure I'll eventually get caught up on Adventure Time, unless it got really lame. Are you stuck?
Don't let it get you stuck. Think of other funny puns. Hey man, I'm stuck on you. Hey man.
We can't get out of here?
Stuck, crackle, and pop. No, we're fine.
Oh.
I was just thinking of funny stuck jokes.
Oh. I really thought we were bugged out there. Okay,
no.
Cool.
No, we're fine.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with a little glitch like that.
Although that would be the kind of glitch that when we make our game
constantly,
it
would suck. But
actually that did happen in the game my first game. It's kind of annoying. I don't know how it happens. Well, I guess I do, but it's complicated. But that'd be the kind of thing that I would want to meticulously bug fix,
But Bob's Burgers, the episode about the sofa. I was gonna tell you why it's so lame.
Please.
Because the episode was about they have a couch and it's getting really old and smelly, and there's lots of jokes about the couch and the stains on it and all that shit. Whereas it's like, all right, it's fine. It's kind of lame, but the even the storyline was really lame because at the end of the show they got a brand new couch.
Okay.
And it was a nice couch and it was new, and they threw the old one out on the curb, right? And then they decided to bring the old couch in and get rid of... I'm not going to go over the entire story. It's a little more complicated than that. But basically, they got rid of the new couch and brought the old couch back into their house.
Okay.
It's just a lame message, and there's not really any moral to it,
Yeah.
Here's how they could have ended... I've thought about this a lot. Here's how they could have ended the episode in a sappy way. It would have been equally sappy, but it would have made more sense. It would have been a better message. The better message would be they miss the old couch, but what really matters is the people that are on it, Yeah. So it's like a message about family or something at the end, but they wind up with a new couch, but they get rid of the old couch. They realize that they shouldn't be keeping trash in their house, and that it's more important the people that are on the couch, and they're going to build new memories with this couch or whatever, and it's more important, family's more important or whatever, right? They could have done that.
But no.
But instead they brought in, they kept the old couch. So the moral of the story was, I don't know, don't throw away old junk.
Don't? That's a strange moral.
Yeah, it's like a pro hoarders episode.
Yeah, this doesn't sound very good at all.
If you've got an old couch and it's smelly and has stains all over it,
get rid of it.
Yeah, get rid of it. Unless you really can't afford to get a new couch, but couches are pretty cheap, especially you get them at the Impact.
The Impact.
Yeah. What do you call it? The thrift store.
Yeah.
You can get a thrift store couch, but it might have bed bugs in it. I always worry about that.
Yeah, I know.
You can get an IKEA couch for like a couple $100 though, like maybe $300.
Yeah, I've never found a comfortable piece of IKEA equipment though. Oh. Ever. Furniture, none of it.
Oh.
Beds, futons.
Well, our couch is from IKEA.
Except for that one then. Yeah, yours is pretty comfortable. I lied. Listen to that sound. That kind of reminds me of the game that we're working on, that sound that it makes. We're playing a game where we're developing this game for fun where a lot of sounds play at the same time. Kind of sounds like that when they start to overlap and it gets crazy.
Yeah. We were laughing really hard. Let's not give away too much about it.
No. Are we hyping it up enough yet?
So yeah, Bob's Burgers sucks now, I think.
That's
I don't know. I haven't gotten all the way through.
I feel like that just happens with almost every show,
I'm going to finish watching the season, though, and see how it goes. And if the whole thing sucks, I'll probably stop watching it, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
There's not that many shows that I enjoy anymore.
Like, Bye.
Maybe that's what's different about him. Maybe he can like fly really high. That looked like a glitch, but maybe that's his thing.
I thought that was a mistake. Maybe not. Here's the thing, though, especially on network TV. It's very rare to have a show that doesn't do that at some point. You know, if it really is just the show not giving up, but, you know, sort of hitting the end of its highlights. That just happens almost with every show. Unless you're on HBO or, you know, even on basic cable, that tends to happen less, I think.
Yeah, like if a show's profitable, they just keep running it. They'll just run it into the ground. But you would think like a standalone show, like, you know, Bob's Burgers or The Simpsons, they could keep it fresh. Just because they can kind of do whatever, they don't have to follow a single storyline throughout. But like a show like Breaking Bad or Lost can go on for too long, or can go on for the perfect amount of time, or maybe not long enough if they cancel it. Like for instance, Firefly,
yeah,
that's like the common example. A lot of nerds go back to that show. Needed a few more seasons.
It is the truest example of that.
Lost needed less seasons, right?
Yeah.
I never watched that, but from what I understand, they dragged that out. And Breaking Bad, sweet spot right there.
It was really good. Yeah, left you satisfied, kind of wanting more, but also happy that, you know, it didn't get old and stale.
Yeah, that was the perfect length for the story. But you can tell they weren't trying to drag it out. They told the story in exactly the amount of time that it needed to be told in, which was 5 seasons.
And also Better Call Saul now. But yeah, I think 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Which actually, I watched the first season of Better Call Saul. It was good. It's, you know, it's the same Vince Gilligan style and quality of directing and cinematography, but it wasn't compelling. It wasn't as compelling as Breaking Bad was, so I didn't really watch most of the second season.
Yeah, I didn't really get into it either.
I was kind of expecting more, more Breaking Bad-y hijinks, such as law breaking, drug cooking, scamminess. I don't know. The cameos were nice though. See, I think that happens with every show, unless the director's very directed. Jesus.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of the problems too. They have different writers for each episode on a lot of these shows, on most of the shows, because one writer can't handle. You could have like one writer, like the creator, he can write the outline for the story, but he can't write all the dialogue and all the scenes and how everything's gonna go. It's just not possible.
I have one counterexample, which is Mr. Robot. Sam Esmail.
Oh, did he write everything?
He wrote and directed every single episode from the first season and the second season.
Wow.
That man.
That's impressive.
Must be a robot.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how much work it is. You know, like I'm actually rewatching Angel, that really old show that was a spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I think Joss Whedon, who was the original creator of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer series, I think he wrote 1 episode or 2 episodes a season, roughly, out of 22 episodes. Because who can do all that?
Right.
Nobody. You know. So you must be really insane to want to write and direct all these episodes. Can't even imagine how much time it must take.
Yeah, so I think that's probably what's happening with Bob's Burgers. Like, they're just getting crappy writers.
Yeah. You know, Futurama had a similar problem. I think... Well, no, I shouldn't say that, but just in general, I think TV shows switch writers out a lot. For whatever reason.
Yeah, and also another thing, well, this is bonus content, right? So if you guys are bored by our talking about TV shows that you may have never seen, sorry. Another thing that's annoying about Bob's Burgers is that the characters have kind of changed. Pick a box's contents. Oh boy, we get a super bonus. Do we get like a super bonus here? These are giant chests.
Yeah, they are.
I'd say the right one, but
oh, wait, do we get all of them? We get all of them. Pick a box or take all of them.
Boxes.
I don't really care. Ooh, this was just a freebie.
But yeah, another thing that pissed me off is that the original.
Oh.
Yeah, those probably don't respawn, I bet. I bet those boxes don't respawn, because what if you could just go back and forth between them? That would be a great room to go back and forth between. Yeah, they don't respawn. That's probably the trick there. Those big boxes are non-persistent, as you might refer to in game design.
Good game dev language there.
Oh yeah, what I didn't like overall about the new season of Bob's Burgers is that they changed the main characters. Like, Bob used to be not a smart guy, but he wasn't stupid. Like the trope in modern TV shows, especially in like these cartoons like The Simpsons, Family Guy, is that the dad is a bumbling idiot, right?
Right.
That's kind of the trope. And one thing I liked about Bob's Burgers was that Bob he's not really a bumbling idiot. He says some things that are like goofy, and he's clever, and he makes a lot of dry jokes, which is pretty much it's like the kind of humor I like. One of the kind of humors I like, I guess. But in the recent season, they're just falling back on the dad is dumb trope.
That's
And
unfortunate.
it's like it's really off character from use your sword.
Oh yeah.
From how he used to be. That's like part of why I liked it before, because the mom in the show is the dumb one, and the son is dumb, and the youngest daughter is the cleverest, smartest character, I guess, which is not really a trope, I guess, but the dad is actually not a complete dumbass like in most shows. So they kind of turn it on, not completely on its head, but it's a little different than other shows, the way that the family dynamic is, as far as like cartoon families and even just sitcom family shows go.
Right.
But it's kind of fallen into pretty much everybody's dumb now, except for Louise, who's the little girl. She's the only one that's still pretty much the same character. All the other characters are just dumb.
I think you nailed it though. I think that happens in a lot of shows. The characters just become more caricatured over time,
Yeah.
and they lose what uniqueness or originality they once had. I think that happens a lot.
At least we still have Rick and Morty though. That's only 2 seasons in, I think. I just watched season 2 of that. I just finished season 2 at least. Hilarious.
Look at this man's grin. I'm dying. Ow.
He looks like he's
enjoying
not
it.
in pain. He
Yeah.
loves it.
Maybe that's his pain face. Woo! Woo! Do it again. Woo!
Oh no, he killed you. You were making fun of him. He killed you.
I guess I deserved it though. Let's see what we can buy.
Yeah, we gotta see what we can buy. $40,000 here.
40,000. What can we buy from a stoner? Like a pound of. We could probably buy a brick of weed. Brick of weed.
At least a bar.
A bar. A gold bar. Gold bar medicated powder. We can get the coin multiplier. We can level up. Equip energy wave. That sounds interesting. Can't afford it though.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Rick and Morty, the episodes where they have the TV shows and they flip between the TV shows. You ever seen those? Episodes of Rick and Morty? Oh, they get like interstellar TV. I roll on the floor laughing.
You're ruffling in real life.
Like I don't think a show in the last few years has had me in tears as much as those episodes of Rick and Morty where they watch intergalactic TV.
I've heard great things about that show. It has a very, very dedicated following on the internet, but I've never watched it. Well, I think I watched like the first episode or the first 2 or something.
I think that's probably the best show now. Bob's Burgers has had to pass the torch at this point.
Yeah, it just seems to happen with almost every show.
Yeah.
But if you're The Simpsons, you'll keep pushing on for the next 20 years.
So yeah,
Kelly's Trials.
fuck yeah.
Go ahead and check it out. It's on Steam. We already said this bit. If you're still listening,
Thanks.
damn, son. Goodbye.